Kevin.
Hey, guys, it's Amber.
And Kristen.
She's here. She's coming.
I'm coming.
No worries. We had a little technical
difficulties.
Yes, that, what she said.
That thing.
So our internet is acting wonky, and apparently so am I. We're all glitching around here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Anyway, welcome to Thoughtful Thursday.
Yeah. Hold on.
That's what today is. That's what we're doing.
Yes,
is
Thoughtful Thursdays. Y'all are going to see us have some fumbles
and
today.
we're flying solo. We don't have Danny or Trish in here helping us with any of this. So it's just me and Kristen winging it. So if you hear us, if you're on and you see us and you hear us, please let us know, because
we don't know what we're doing.
We don't, and we could be in here just talking to ourselves,
which is not unusual.
No, that's quite
If
usual.
you know us, that's a pretty common thing. So, gosh, Trish, can you hear us? Let us know.
Is Trish on?
Yeah, I just seen that she's watching.
Oh. All right.
We just need to make sure. Yes, ma'am. We just need to make sure you all can hear us before we sit here and start rambling to ourselves, because it's pretty bad.
Yeah. So if you're on and you can hear us, please let us know. Please let us know.
Not that I don't like you, but I look like I'm hogging the middle of the camera. I think you're like scooted too far out. My kids played in our chairs last night, so.
Like that way I was scooted too far out? My legs is right up against the thing.
Mine is too. It just looks weird, I guess. My little my curtain thingy isn't showing, but it's centered. Maybe we're not centered.
I don't think we are.
Thank you, Trish. Trish said we sound good.
Okay, so then let's continue on.
All righty.
So for those of you that do not know, we have added Thoughtful Thursdays just to live on our Facebook and our YouTube now. Just kind of giving a positive feedback. Positive.
What?
Hang on. We just got hollered at.
Well, I was about to say we just got hollered at. What?
I don't know what she said. Anyway, positive comments, positive feedback, just positivity. Just
exactly.
Positivity. Or if you're not feeling positive, then,
which, I mean, I feel that way a lot.
Yeah.
Like
and it's completely normal. It's just so that you know you're not alone.
I don't. I'm one of those people, like, I don't reach out for help, but you can tell in my actions because I'll get super quiet. Like, you know me really well now, so I go to you when I have an issue. But normally, like, and I hate when people are like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like,
"No, bitch, leave me alone."
Just exactly. Like, just leave me alone. Let me breathe. Like, that's all I need. I just need that second to breathe.
Is there something on my shirt? Is that why you keep looking at it?
No, but I like it.
Oh,
it's pretty.
Thank you. So I did put a thing on our Facebook earlier that said, "Happy Thoughtful Thursday. Let's start something new and something positive, something fun, maybe a trend that we can keep going and just build from this. Tell us something that good that's happened to you this week, or something maybe that you've been praying for, manifesting, sending good vibes out there. Share that with us. We will send good vibes to you too. If you've got something weighing heavily on your mind and you need good vibes, let us know. Let us know what that is. We'll send good vibes to you too. And we've had some that has chimed in, so we will start there because, well, first we'll start with mine because I'm
gonna let you talk while I fix this.
Okay. I did start with my own. Tuesday, I was able to have a complete just self date, I guess.
That's reset.
What you would, reset, complete reset. Both my husband and my kids were gone. My dogs did not bark. pretty much all day until in the evening time when it was time for everybody to start coming home. So I was able to just relax and rest and just
Breathe.
reset. Yeah, just have a quiet moment. And with me, like that's very important because I don't like noises. I don't like,
I get
especially
overwhelmed. I get
repetitive
I get
noises.
oh my gosh, like when somebody's clicking a pen or typing
Yeah.
something.
Or my dog's barking like freaking maniacs. Like
Oh,
I just
okay, so I have,
that
you know
runs
how
off
many
of
dogs
me.
I have? I have the 4 German Shepherds, a German Shepherd Pit Bull, and then the little Yapper, my Shih Tzu. And when one gets going,
They all go.
every one of them.
Yes.
And my house, like, it echoes. And they have, like, Whiskey, like, he's my baby. He's my emotional dog. Like, that dog knows when I need that attention.
Support. Yeah.
Yes, and that's why, like, I used to take him everywhere with me. And he has this high pitch, like, mom, come love on me bark. And normally he only does it when I'm coming home.
So he's your support dog, but you're also his support human.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He is one of those dogs that can read you so well. And where I have the white German Shepherd now, he's the same way. And so him and his daddy, because Whiskey's his dad, are the same exact dog, just 2 different colors.
Right.
And it's just awesome to feel like you have that.
I used to think that my dog, my Winnie dog, which is an Australian Shepherd,
that don't like me.
Yes, she doesn't like anybody. She's not a friendly dog. I used to think she was like my support dog, but I think honestly I'm her support human, and she does not give 2 shits to support me at all.
Nope. Justin said it's usually the little one that gets it started. Oh my gosh, you're not kidding. So I bought bark collars, and like it worked on all of my big dogs. Like they all stopped barking, and then she's had it on for literally 3 weeks, and she'll yap and then whine because it vibrated.
It vibrates.
Yeah, and I'm like,
now I also have 2 big, huge Aussie Doodles, which are Winnies.
Would they like me?
But Diesel definitely will. Diesel is my male, and he is so cuddly.
Males are so much better.
Nice and just so laid back, and I can say, okay, enough, settle down, and he lays down and he's fine.
Yeah.
Toots is just like her mama, and she's gonna bark. Now I don't think she would really try to bite.
I don't want to find out.
I don't. I think she just barks. Winnie will definitely bite, and she will sneak attack. She will wait until you turn your back.
I know she tried getting me through the cage when I put my hand backwards
Mhm.
to her because I was like, okay, I'll let her sniff me because every dog likes me. I mean, I've literally like, there's so many dogs that people are like, they're not friendly, and I'm like, yeah, right. So I'll like, I'm not dumb about it. Like I don't give them my whole hand and say bite my hand off, but.
Well, that night you kind of did. That you were
I was a little intoxicated that night. I was going to make her my friend, drunk or not.
She was not having it.
No, she was not having it.
When he was like, no,
well, and then,
I don't need any more friends.
Then one of y'all's kids kind of popped around the corner on me when I opened the bathroom door, and I was like, because I opened the door to someone's chest.
I think you
like
scared
right
him
in my face. He said, she scared me. I'm like, my little self.
But Tuesday was a great day because my dogs didn't bark.
It was just relaxing.
The humans in the house were gone.
I was about to say the humans didn't bark.
No, they didn't bark either. And I got to just relax. So yesterday, from a result of that, yesterday I got up. I was in a great mood. I cleaned my whole entire house, got a bunch of laundry done.
I have a house you can clean.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
But we put this out here for you all to let us know so we can share good things that's coming your way.
Yeah,
or
it's
came
kind of
your
like
way, or
it's kind of like our weekly, like what's going on in our lives and what's going on in your life. If you need somebody, and we don't like, I know a lot of people that are super private. You do not have to come to us for the support. We can guide you in the right direction. Right. So if you message us, you have to message us on one of our private pages.
You don't even have to tell us what's going on. Just
say, hey, can you give me the number to,
I
somebody.
Need somebody.
And always remember, you can always dial 988. Like that is the suicide hotline. That is always available. Like never forget that, because even if you feel alone, they will let you know. Like you're not alone. Mm-hmm. Because I think so many people, if they would use that hotline, and I think it's an embarrassment thing, but you don't have to tell them your name. Yeah. It's not like the SWAT's going to come beat down your door because you called the suicide hotline. It's literally. It's
just there for you, for access for you to help, an outlet.
I know my reset was this weekend. I thoroughly enjoyed the break this weekend because at my house, I have 4 kids and 5 dogs or 6 dogs. How many dogs do I have? Six.
bunch.
I have 6 dogs in my house, which
And I lost as many kids.
we're trying to fix that. Yeah, I have 4 kids too, but we're trying to fix that because we unfortunately have one of our puppies back, but fortunately because I loved that dog, I never wanted to get rid of him
Bear.
anyway. Yes, Bear.
He looks like a big great white wolf.
Yes, I mean, when I tell you
Beautiful.
my
Beautiful.
nails are about 120 pounds, that is no exaggeration. They're just massive dogs, but they're big babies. But this weekend, just going, we stayed with you and Jimmy in a cabin, and that was probably the most fun and relaxing time I've had in so long. And then watching Jimmy and Justin like goof off and stuff. You and I are sitting in the middle and still can't even have a conversation
because they're talking over.
Yeah, because they're laughing and goofing off the whole damn time and wanting to.
We did have a very good.
Wanting to bump and grind with each other apparently.
And yeah, they became yin and yang. They
yes. So if you see one of them, ask them where yang is.
Yeah, we tease them. So they were going to get bestie tattoos now.
Yes.
But and we didn't drink.
No.
We didn't drink.
We did not drink. And then all day Saturday, like, don't get me wrong, I think Saturday is kind of a boring day, but it's also very, very educational.
Yeah,
informative, yes. And it's not that I'm just one of those people, I don't like to sit still.
I don't either. And I don't like sitting through conferences.
No.
Because when you talk in a conference, to me, it sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Yes.
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, and I'm telling you, when Slider came up, though, that was so entertaining. The slides I could have done without.
I was going to say, the slides
they were very graphic.
Threw me off.
But it was so educational, and it was more motorcycle safety. Like, be mindful of what you have on your bike because of the damage it can do to your body if you do get in a wreck. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was so informative because I don't think a lot of people think about that.
And the steps, like if you run up on a wreck, and he was talking specifically with motorcycles, but he did say really any kind of wreck. Mm-hmm. The steps of what you can do, and if you all want, we can do a segment about that, which we probably will anyway. Getting closer into bike season, riding season, we will probably do a segment on that because it was very important.
Well, and I think it's important that a lot of people know, like, I'm one of those people, I just don't freak out in high stress situations like that. That is one thing I'm so blessed with. Like, I can handle high stress situations like that. Then once it's over, my anxiety will shoot through the roof. Yeah. But when it's first happening, I can breathe through it and help.
Sometimes I'm a little opposite. I guess it depends on the situation. Sometimes I'm like that. Sometimes I will, at first thought, I will freak out. Mm-hmm. And then I calm myself down and I'm like, okay, let's assess the situation and mm-hmm. get things done, what needs to be done.
Well, and I think it's important too, because you need to understand that when you do come up on a wreck, if that person, let them move themselves. Do not try to hold them down because there is, yes, you don't want them to move. You want to encourage them not to move, but you can hold them down and cause more damage. Right. But you want to soothe them and try to get them to lay still because when you're in pain, what do you want to do? You want to like grab, you want to like, and then you do not move somebody that is on the ground. Don't do it. Even if they're in a driver's seat, the only time you need to move somebody is if it's life or death. If the car's on fire or they're laying in mud face down or, something like that. But I thought that was very interesting. And I mean, there's steps. I wish I could remember the acronym right now, but it's very important to me, I think, as somebody that did like go to school and things, like to check the pulse, to, ask them questions, their name, that who, if they know what day
and you get all that. Like I think mm-hmm. I've still got all of it because it was very informative. Like I said, I mean, we can do like a whole segment on that.
I definitely think we should. And maybe we can talk to Slider about coming on.
Yeah, that would be good.
I think he would do some good for everybody. But to me, that this weekend was my reset because it was just quiet. Like, even though the guys were loud, like it was just, you didn't have to deal with the dogs. I didn't have to worry about what my kids were doing. I could just breathe. And
you took time for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very important. Self-care is very, very important.
Yeah, I laid in the bed and did my nails.
Reset. Like for me, my reset was complete silence and by myself. And you had, it wasn't really silent because
they were loud as shit.
Yeah, we're not silent, but you had a calming, relaxing to yourself moment.
And even at one point, I got in my SUV and I couldn't even get a hold of none of y'all, but I just took off and I went to the dollar store because I was just like, I just need to
step away.
Yeah, I just need to breathe for a minute because I'm not a very good person in crowds. I know when you first was like, I don't think I'll like her because she's loud. I think that's how I deal with it. I think I just get so stressed out that's how I'm overly like excited or happy or whatever because I'm trying to hide that because I just don't like crowds.
Yeah.
No matter how many times I've been in one.
And see, with me, it's the total opposite because crowds don't really bother me. The loud and that kind of guys, I'm like, whoa. And that's how I was when I first met you and you were talking and I was like, whoa.
She's loud. I don't like her.
Calm down, Sally. You know.
And that's the thing. Like, I think that a lot of people read me wrong when they like hear me being loud or whatever. Because it's not that I'm obnoxiously loud. I'm just, I'm just a bubbly person.
And you have that kind of voice that carries too. And I have a voice that carries too. So I try to be more cautious about that because I know I get on my own nerves sometimes. And that's
like
true.
I need to muffle my own voice.
I can get on my own nerves.
When I wasn't late today, but I was running behind. I was standing in my bathroom just jamming to music, like just having my radio cranked up, just jamming to some old country. And that's another way I rewind and like reset myself because if I wake up and I'm already like anxious, like I have to have that time to myself.
How do you all reset? Like, what do you all do to reset yourself?
Or I'll take a bath. But I would say that resets me. But Caleb is in the bath with me 99% of the time. And then I have dogs or kids in and out, just in and out, in and out. The only one that does not come in the bathroom is my older son, which he shouldn't, he's 13. But everybody else is like, I'm coming in, Mom.
So I want to share a couple of the ones that had commented on the post about what happened good with them this week. So Dave Cordner, which is Uncle Dave, everybody who's ever been to Long Branch Saloon here in New Haven, especially on a Saturday night, you know who Uncle Dave is.
He is amazing.
Yeah, Uncle Dave is our door guy. He takes up the money at the door. Great guy. He also hands out Bibles to people.
Yes.
He sets out in different places.
I've been sharing his post. Yeah. I think that's amazing.
And we'll hand out Bibles to people. But he said, prayed for my Bible ministry to get donations on helping with the cost to order some Bibles. Prayer answered. That's great. That is great, Uncle Dave. Way to go.
Yes.
We'll be back out there soon to hand out free Bibles to anyone that will need or want them, or a few of them. So when he shares those, just like you said, you share his post. If you want to know where he's at, or maybe you want to send somebody else to where he's at, we'll share the post and let you know that he's out there. And way to go, Uncle Dave, on getting help with getting those Bibles. Barb, you know what? I'm going to probably butcher her name. Arrington?
I have no idea. I have not. Barb
is the one that comes in here all the time. One of our regulars. She said, I found peace in watching another sunrise this morning. Grateful for new starts and good things to come. That's great. Now, I, for one, will probably not intentionally watch a sunset or sunrise.
No. I'll watch it if I'm still awake.
Yeah, but I'm just not a morning person.
I love the sunset,
though. Sunsets are beautiful. I love watching a sunset.
That is the whole reason we actually bought the house that we're on, because we're on top of that hill. The sunset, it comes right where those electric posts are.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely gorgeous.
Now, I can't say that, well, I said intentionally, because there are times that I am up and it is still kind of dark outside. I don't necessarily go outside or go to the window to watch the sunrise right now, because I'm not a morning person, and I need to sit down with my coffee and just wake up first.
I even try to be cautious on how early I text her. Now, I will send reels while I'm awake at night to our group chat, but I do not text you all when it's in the middle of the night, because I have really bad insomnia, and that's something I deal with all the time. But I I try to be so cautious about the time because I know you're not a morning person. I'm not a morning person either. Now, I am the type of person though that can roll out of the bed, get ready, and be out of the house in 30 minutes, and that's
I'm not.
and that's including a shower.
Nope.
But that is if I'm running late, which is very, very common with me.
I run late all the time too, but I'm probably going to be even later because I cannot just get up out of bed. No, I have to be able to wake up and adjust to the fact that I'm awake.
Yeah, I mean, our room where it's blacked out, it's hard in the mornings to get up. But one of the kids or dog or something tore the tent that's on my window. I'm sorry, I got some in my. But I can't see. But now it's brighter in my bedroom in the mornings, and I'm like,
that's why I wear an eye mask. I don't, not for that reason, but my husband at night will play the TV, like he has to have the TV.
The remote thing was so funny to me.
Stand having a TV on like that.
And you can't even touch the remote.
No, I can't. He hides the remote from me.
I witnessed this firsthand this weekend. He's snoring on the chair, and she goes to grab the remote, and he's like, I'm watching that. I'm like,
no.
You were snoring.
No, you're not watching it.
Yeah.
But so finally I was like, okay, because he agreed that he would turn down the TV very low, so because of the noises. And I was like, okay, you clearly have to have the light, the TV on. I just got a face mask, and that's what I wear.
I wish I could wear a face mask. Caleb would probably grab it and stretch it and be like, "Bonk, wake up, Mom. Good morning." Which Caleb is my 3-year-old, and he still sleeps in our bed. And I know a lot of people are there like, oh, I'd never co-sleep. I'd never blow. I always said I never would. And then
never say never.
When Caleb was born, and him and I both almost died, that grew a connection with him. And now, ever since he's been born, ever since he was born, don't come after me.
He's my cuddle bug when he's down here. He's a little
kid. Don't come after me. But like from the day he came home, he slept in my bed, which I have a California king bed. He sleeps in the middle. Like we always made sure, he couldn't row towards either one of us, even though I never sleep. But that was what kept me comfort.
When she was born, I was the same person. I said, I will not co-sleep. She will sleep in her crib by herself. And we had a monitor. Again, I'm not. When I say I'm not a morning person, I'm not a morning person. But I'm not a when I first wake up person either. Like if I lay down and took a nap, don't talk to me as soon as my eyes open. Like
Hell no.
Why would you do that? That's just not nice of you to do. Even if I'm taking a nap. So when my daughter was born, she was in her crib. I think maybe the second night because she ended up getting kind of colicky.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it was like the second night that we had brought her home. I was like, no, we're not doing this. You're coming to bed with me, and we'll cuddle. And she slept in bed with me until she was probably 5 or 6, honestly.
I mean, I used to. I don't know more because he lets me know he's breathing because he'll grind his teeth. Oh, I cannot do grinding your teeth. Justin does it too, and it makes my skin crawl. But Caleb will, now I used to sleep with my hand on him to, feeling breathing.
Sure he was breathing.
Yes. But now I just kind of sleep wherever. And because if I move, I always wake up. Like the only time I don't wake up is maybe if I roll just a little bit. But anytime I move, I always wake up because I have a pillow that I have because I have a bad lower back. So I have to move the pillow with me. And so Caleb, sometimes he'll go underneath the pillow. But his favorite place is if I have my back to him, he will cuddle into my back and he'll tuck his head into my neck. And like I can hear him breathing, and like he'll smack his mouth and just that, and I'm like, oh, I can't even be mad, even though I can't move, like because I don't know if you know anything about bad back, but you got to be able to move every now and then, or you'll kink up. But he is, and anybody that knows Caleb is like, that is the sweetest little boy because he really is. I mean, I don't even say that because he's mine, because I'll tell you which kids of mine are little assholes and. He is, and he'll take a minute to warm up to you, but then once he does, he has the cutest little smile. Like he just, he'll melt you. Him and Amber played Rockabye Baby the other day.
He even rocked Amber. Yeah, he threw me out on the floor.
That's like,
Linda Locke says, I survived Saturday night when I celebrated my birthday. Grateful for good friends. Happy late birthday, Linda.
Sorry we weren't
Yes,
there.
sorry. I'm glad you had a good time. Sounds like you had a really, really good time.
Yeah, we heard it was a pretty good time that we missed.
But good thing that you survived through it. And it is good to have good friends. Like
Mhm.
it's good to surround yourself with people that genuinely care and want to do stuff to make you happy.
Yes.
Or do something nice for you, or without any kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
They don't expect anything
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Trish said he's sweet from all the candy I give him. So Trish lives in the bar, and Caleb, when we come, it's when he wants to go to the bar, he wants to see Amber. But I never could understand why he never would say, "I want to see Trish." Well, come to find out, it's because this is Trish's home, so he wants to go to Trish's home. And one time she wasn't home, and we had to literally go grab him. And then he turns on, looks at me and Amber, is like, "Bye," and shuts the door in our faces. I was like, seriously?
Oh no, she was there because
that day she was.
Yeah, he went in there and he told her
Yes.
she was listening to music. I think she was like cleaning or something.
Mhm.
She was listening to music and he tells her that he didn't like what was on her TV, that he wanted to change. Shut the door behind him. I mean, he was right at home. He gave zero shit.
And he is very adamant. Like if you start something with him, like you or Cheetos and chocolate bars, and he'll get a drink, he'll get his beer, his root beer, and he'll sit up here with the old guys and bullshit.
Chit-chat.
This is best. He'll keep up with all of them on the line. I tell you that, the exaggeration and stuff. You know how when men go hunting, they like tell tales. Kayla's getting good at that, but it's funny. And then like
he's like an old soul. He likes hanging out with the older guys.
Like I had his birthday here. Because yes, he was just turning 3, but it's a saloon. Like it's family friendly during the day. Like you don't want your kids here when it's popping. But I mean,
they can't be here when we have live entertainment. But
like during the day and stuff, I mean, the food's amazing. Why would I not have my kid's birthday here? And he loves everybody here. So it just
they all showed up full force.
Yes, he had an amazing birthday. Which I mean, Justin and I really don't have families. Like we have, small family that we talk to, and so it was nice that the family we've made here at Long Branch has just become our family.
Yeah.
And my kids feel that way. When my daughter shot her buck over the fall, she was so excited that my husband had to bring her up here to show off her buck. And so many of them went out to the truck to look at it. And I mean, it was an 8-pointer. It was a nice buck for her first buck. And she outdid all the older kids, so now they're not very happy about that. Because I think my one son, his was like a 2-pointer, and I don't remember what Aubrey's was, but neither one of them had an 8 or above. And but I mean, that's this place to me. I come to Long Branch when I want to unwind too, and I don't even drink really. I just think that this place and the people and stuff, it's just so relaxing down here.
There's no drama. Well, very little.
Very little.
No, none.
I mean,
every place.
There's always. I was going to say there's always going to be drama, and I think that mentally had me down for a little bit, like you knew, because I talked to you about it. But I am a very vocal person, and I don't like liars. And I've come to realize that it's not me that's the problem when it comes to that. Liars don't like me because I will call them out on their shit every single time because I don't like it. And it's not. I don't want my children to lie. Why would I want you to lie? Right. You know what I'm saying?
And see, for me, I look at it like this: like you're not going to change somebody in how they act or what they do or that they lie or whatever. But it makes me look at you differently.
Yes.
So
categories.
Exactly. I was going to say again, I've put you in that category. You can talk to me all day long and I'm going to sit and smile, but I don't believe half of what you're saying.
Well, and when
we're just going to go on about our day.
I don't know if y'all know what an empath is. I'm one. I know you are. You feed off other people's energies, and you don't have to believe in that. That's fine. I do. So do you. That's just what it is. We're not trying to push it on you, but when you are a Debbie Downer, that will bring me down too. Because I will feed off of you.
If you're in a bad mood, that puts me in a bad mood.
Well, like when you're going through something, if you're talking to me about something you're going through, I'll start bringing up stuff I'm going through, and it's a relatable thing. It's not like but look at what I'm going through. It's that's how I feed off of you. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm going through this too. Like, I'm going through this or that, whatever.
Which is one of the reasons why we wanted to start Thoughtful Thursday, to kind of push more positivity out there instead of just dwelling on, because for me, for Kristen, when you are in that negative atmosphere environment where
it's a hard place to be.
It's very draining.
And you feel like you're drowning.
So when you surround yourself with positive people, happy people, that it makes you feel better.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I know something with me too.
And I think sometimes, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
But I think sometimes too, it's not even.
How many times did I cut you off?
I know. It's not even about being an empath. It's just surrounding yourself with positivity, because you are, I feel like anyway, you are what you're around. You become what you're around.
Yeah. And that's why too, I try to be there for everybody, but at some point, like, it becomes so much on me and so heavy on me that I have to back away, because I can be there for you so much. But at the point where I can feel myself drained, I have to back away. Just because then it starts taking a toll on my life and my health, because I will start feeling
it's not
that.
worth it anymore.
Amy Gant put, I need some positivity badly in a rough spot. And we love you, Amy. That's
sending
just
out tons of good vibes for you. And sometimes it's the weather. Sometimes people,
and we've had shit weather in Kentucky lately.
It's been so freaking cold and snowy and just nasty.
I can't tell you how many times I've just wanted to go lay in the snow in the sun.
Nobody
like as dumb as that sounds, I feel like I miss the sun. Like, I feel like I have a vitamin D deficiency right now because I miss the sun.
I'm sure a lot of people do. Am I going to lay in the snow and in the sun?
I didn't mean directly in the sun. I meant like on something out there, but not right now because it's negative something.
My favorite thing is, especially when it's like super cold out as it is, when the sun is shining, that I will get in my car sometimes, put on my sunglasses and crank the heat up really, really high, and just like pretend that
I don't blame you.
It's getting summertime.
And something I do too, I'll get in my SUV and just crank my radio up and just freaking jam. Like, I mean, if I'm really in a bad mood.
That's the difference between and this came with probably me getting older, because I used to love listening to the loud music, and I would get lost in the songs, being able just to scream it out, bell them out, and I can't sing worth a damn, but I still would. But now I enjoy complete silence.
Yeah. See, I'm the total opposite when it comes to that, because I love to sing. I was in choir. Like, do I have an amazing voice? No. Do I have a good voice? Yeah. Or I wouldn't have gotten solos. Like, I'm not saying that because I think it. But Trish put, winter depression is real.
It is.
It's very real. I think I was just telling Amber the other day, our friend Chrissy, her and Travis have a lake, and I got invited last year to go float with you all, and that I ended up like taking over their lake. I was like, I hope y'all don't mind. My kids loved it. They are such good hosts. Like, they're like, I don't give a shit. And Travis, he would come home from work though and be like, I wish I could just lay around and da da da. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. That's what comes with being a stay-at-home mom. But Caleb at first was petrified of the water, and now he'll go away from me, and I try to stay so close to him because the water does scare me when it comes to kids. My kids are always have to wear life jackets if I can't see the bottom, because Brianna, we had a scare once that she was younger, a child jumped into a pool. Well, we had just taken off her life vest to dry her off because we were getting her leave. She went up the ladder and into the pool. She couldn't swim.
To follow the other kid?
She followed the other kid. Yeah. And he was autistic, so he didn't register to grab her because he was telling her he could touch. He didn't register to grab her. And Justin went in boots and all. And I just remember seeing her face when she, like, her eyes underwater. And since then, the water has always scared me.
The panic of it.
And thankfully, she was okay. But that lake, it just became, I don't know how to describe it.
Your peace.
Yeah, because it is so peaceful there. Even when Travis is teasing me, It's peaceful,
Mhm.
and they don't care that you're there as long as you let them know I'm coming. And I thought that was just so amazing because who the hell else does that, you know?
I would not. And I won't say get on to her because she's grown, but
Hi, Danny.
I
Danny
would,
said hi, ladies.
hello. I would say, you're crazy for just being so open like that. But that's just who they are. That's
Hmm.
just the type of people that they are.
Yep.
You know,
And
that's just how they are.
I was about to say, and I mean, I was invited by you and Amy up there. Y'all actually both invited me to the same place, but I didn't know it
Hmm.
because I had never been. And I was like, I don't even wear a bathing suit. Like, I had to borrow a bathing suit because I was so uncomfortable with my body. And everybody, I get so aggravated when people say that because they're like, you're so small, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I still
Everybody
envision
has
myself
that. Everybody has those
I
issues.
still envision myself as that 200-pound woman. And, I have loose skin from having babies and stretch marks and stuff. And I'm just very self conscious. And I'm telling you, that day, the confidence you all gave me, like, was unmatchable. Like, the group of women I was around for my first time, like, getting back in a bathing suit probably in 5 years. I mean, when I tell you I never wore a bathing suit, I didn't wear a bathing suit. Um, but the confidence, like, that is the type of friends that you need
Hmm.
because I'm telling you, there was 6 of us, I think, there that day, just floating, having fun, and the compliments and the praise and just the uplifting environment it was. And that's when you and I started actually
Hmm.
talking as like just two
Actually
people.
getting to know each
And
other.
then all of a sudden she's going under a building and wants to explore. And I'm like, I'm going
I'm going
too.
too.
So,
And here
but
we are.
yeah. And I think it's awesome how friendships spark like that too. And I always say, I think God brought you into my life for a reason because while I have friends, I never had those like super, super tight friends.
Hmm.
And you are so much a lot like I'm so much like you, but I'm enough different that we get along.
Right. We
Yes.
compliment each other.
And it just works. And she gave me the opportunity um, to join into the group of girls that are around, and I'm very blessed because I met some amazing people that day.
I love these girls. There's no competition.
Oh, Amy said that was the best day of my year.
It was.
It
We had
was.
a really
It was.
great day.
Yeah, and then when Amy's husband Stephen threw Caleb into the water. Oh my gosh, my heart left my body. But Caleb wanted to jump like the big kids, and he was just too scared. So Stephen just grabbed him and launched him into the water. And I was sitting right there, but
And that
it still
started
scared me.
something
But
that
now he just gets up there and jumps in.
yep,
Yeah,
jumps
and
himself.
I don't remember. I think it was Stephen. Um, threw Brianna off the top because it's a 2-layer deck, and of course Caleb was off the bottom. But Brianna wanted so badly to be like the big kids, so badly, and she is my little fish. Like she loves the water. Um, and after he threw her that one time, it was constant. Like
Up and
she was
down.
constantly, and
And I think that's very good too. Like because for me, um, like I mean, my parents were great. They were always in my life and everything, always very supportive. But my mom had, if she feared something, we were not allowed to do it. Now there
Mhm.
are things that my dad would be like, "Oh, it's okay, you can come on with me," and most of the things was like that. But if she feared it and
Amy said it was Stephen. I thought it was.
she didn't like getting into the water or anything like that. So for me, like learning to swim and everything was different. And no, I'm not terrified of the water. Like I will get in and swim. I will not go very far out anywhere unless I have like a life jacket on or something.
Mm-hmm.
But like my kids, because my dad was like that. Like he threw them both in and was like, "You're
Go.
good."
Yep,
Yeah.
go.
And I was like, "What is this happening?" But now they both love the water, and my son especially, like he's a water dog.
Yeah, and
Um,
I mean, I think that just kind of became all of our peaceful place, and I can see why Travis and Chrissy are like the
that's
most
their little piece
chill,
of heaven.
chill
Yeah.
people because they've got their own slice of heaven up there. Amy messaged or wrote a comment and said, "I'm supposed to be working, but I can't stop watching you all. I miss you. Wine date ASAP, please."
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
We're
We
actually
need
talking
one of
about
those
visiting
in
a
the book.
winery.
And thank you for
So,
watching this, Amy.
Yes, we
love you.
enjoy it. And we are very, very grateful to those that watch us. And Chrissy's watching us now. We were just talking about Joe's Lake.
Yeah.
Rewind. In our
Chrissy.
peaceful place. Yeah, you'll have to watch from the beginning.
Bobby Hillard says that he got an appraisal coming today, an appraiser coming in today, so he can buy his mom's house. That's
And
great.
you've been talking about
Bobby.
doing that for a while, Bobby. I'm happy for
that's
you.
great.
I mean,
congratulations.
and that's a huge step, buying a house. I mean, especially one that means so much to you.
I was going to say, especially one like that means so much to you.
Because it's important to keep those kinds of
and
things
good
around.
luck with it too.
Yes,
I
hope
sure
that
everything
has
goes
it.
good.
Yeah.
Sending good vibes to you.
Yes.
Juju
Because
vibes.
yes, good juju. Because that's huge. I mean,
yeah, and let us know how it goes.
Yes, please let us know how it goes. If it goes bad, let us know.
Yeah,
even if you want to message us, we will help you out as much as we can as far as that goes. I don't know jack crap about it.
Me either. So I've got faith that it's going to go good and everything is going to fall in place like you need it to.
Yes,
I have faith in that.
What is it when you speak something into existence?
Manifest.
Yes, you manifest it. So always think good, and good comes to you. I think that's my biggest problem.
It's kind of like karma.
Yep.
And karma is, I 100% believe in karma. Some people think I'm crazy for it, but I 100% believe in karma, good and bad. If you're a bad person, bad karma is going to come to you. Whether you realize it or not, it's going to happen. If you're a good person, good karma is going to come to you. Again,
Amy's at Bobby's mom's house painting, and she said the house is looking great.
Oh, awesome.
Well, good. Awesome. I'm glad that you're out and about and not at home, because that's good for you, especially because just I know.
Staying busy.
Yes, I know when I don't have anything to do or anything, I get trapped in my own head. That's a lot. But you were talking about oh shit, what
karma.
Karma. I know there for a little while I was like, I do so much for everybody and I never expect nothing in return. Like, where's my good karma? Because it seemed like bad was just piling on me. And then somebody looked at me and said, the devil is trying to beat you down because you do so much. And then I had to realize too that I was extending myself way too far and doing way too much for everybody because I was not taking care of me.
And that's where you have to step back and say, because it is good to do for others, you know, as you can or whatever. And I think that good karma does come your way. And sometimes I think once you overextend yourself like that, like you did, you tend to lose sight of where that good is. You know, I know, like for me, sometimes I get in my own head a lot too. I'm an overthinker. I will overthink everything. And sometimes I will even go back and overthink it again after the fact.
She's not lying.
No, I'm not. I will totally do that. But in the same sense of that, like I have learned to recognize when I'm piling too much on myself. And so then I have to sit back and say, okay, well, I have this. This is going good for me right now. You know, this.
And I think we focus on the negative too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because
like,
there's so much
look
good.
At the positive instead of, but you really, I know for me, I really have to concentrate once I get into that mindset of negative and sadness.
You have to remember to pull yourself back out.
I have to really concentrate to pull myself back out of it.
Well, and that's what's good about having close friends that know you. Because to me, that I feel like they see when you're drowning and they try to rescue you, even if it's, you know, bringing you a candy bar. It don't really matter. It's something that helps build you.
That makes you smile.
Yeah, and I know you were going through some stuff, and I was like sending you reels, like goofy reels and stuff, because I was like, I know she didn't want to talk, but I also wanted to make you smile.
And that was another thing. Like, I don't even remember where we went. But anyway, I was gone for a weekend, so I left her unattended by herself. Was we in Gatlinburg? Left her unattended by herself, and I came back to the entire studio wrapped in Christmas paper.
And it took me like 8 hours.
Like the entire, and I came in here and I was like, holy shit.
It only took 10 minutes to undo it all, but it took me 8 hours to do it.
But I mean, it was cute, it was funny, and it put us in a good mood.
And I was ready to say, I think stuff like that you're not tearing nothing up, you're not hurting nobody. You know, if it's something that'll bring a smile to somebody, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Danny said, you have to take care of the home first. If your cup is empty, how can you feed others?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Exactly.
New word.
We make new words all the time. You just got to keep following. You'll figure them all out. Amy said, I hope to find a close friend soon. It sucks being alone all the time, taking bestie applications. We're always here. I mean, I think you kind of can't help who you end up attaching to, but know that we're always here. Just because we're always together. I mean, when we're here, I mean, my SUV is pretty obvious in that parking lot. I'm here. I'll be upstairs probably making something, fixing something, decorating something, screwing with Amber some. You never know. Trish said, it helped me this week when Kristen reached out to check on me. Thanks. You're welcome. I knew after the paranormal people were here and Johnny came through, I did not see that at first because I joined late.
Mm-hmm.
But when I seen her reaction, like I cried because I know the feeling of your heart being fed and you getting some kind of form of closure.
Mm-hmm.
And not closure. Travis called it something else. It's like opening a door. It brings you peace.
Yeah.
It's not closure, it's peace.
It's peace.
And Trish told Amy she can talk to her anytime. And I mean that. If you see my SUV at Long Branch, the bartender will holler for me. I will come downstairs and talk to you. I don't mind. That I'm usually, I mean, if I'm doing, I'm usually like screwing off. Like I'm always doing something, but it can wait if you need somebody to talk to. Unless I'm like right dead in the middle of something, then I have to finish that first. Because if not, my squirrel brain, I'm done.
ADD starts going nuts.
Yes. But yeah, I mean,
and that was something else that we experienced.
That was
kind
awesome.
of,
And-
cool. Because, and you, again, you don't have to believe whatever, but Long Branch is haunted, 100%. It's haunted.
Absolutely.
We had yet another, this is what, the 4th, 5th paranormal team?
Several.
Yeah, that I've had come in here to do investigations. And this was the paranormal couple. You can find them on Facebook.
I just tagged them in our comments.
Very, very popular.
Yes.
But they came in and did on Sunday evening. They came in and did an investigation.
And I was actually at home. And
yeah, I was too. I didn't come down here.
It started at midnight. And then I don't know what it was. I was in bed. I had already had a nap and stuff because we had just gotten home from the weekend out with the KMA and at the Freedom Fighters. And I was wore out. And so I don't know what happened, but I filled up with anxiety. And I was like, I have to go down there. Like something is telling me to go down there, and I couldn't help it. Which thankfully I did. Trish wanted to go to bed so that she could, get up to do breakfast in the morning, but she was tired.
Oh, she had to open.
Oh yeah, she had to open in the morning. So she was like 10 comes early, and it was 2:00 in the morning. So, but
she was a trooper though.
When I came in, I was trying to be so quiet, and as soon as I got to the platform before you go to the 3rd floor, the box said introduce yourself, and I was like, and I was trying to be quiet because I should have been here before they started. Unfortunately, though, like I was just exhausted. I was zapped from the weekend, and and not even tired. I think I was just relaxed so much that I just wanted to relax. But for whatever reason, I was drawn down here, and I think I needed to hear what was on the box in person, because on my phone, yes, it's real. But
unless you are actually able to experience it.
It's different when you're firsthand.
Yeah.
But there was stuff that she kept saying and bringing up, and she had questions that she couldn't answer. And you and I wouldn't have known the answers, but you and I have talked about it. So I was like, oh my God, like I really want to give her the answer to this, because something's happening and she's looking for the answers. But there's so many people commenting because they're so popular that it was hard to
it was getting lost.
Get your comments in it.
My comments were getting lost in there.
Danny said to remember that they're next door as well. Absolutely. Danny, will you please put tag T and put the phone number in? Because
do it in the comments.
Yes,
on there.
please, because it's not on the computer right now. Because I have to find it through our little call-in section. But if you could please do that for us. T and Danny are next door. Danny and T have been our backbone.
I will tell you what, I will read exactly, because he did go ahead and list everything. I've got to get over here to it. But I'm gonna read what
T.
T is certified in.
And it's a lot.
Yes.
And I don't open up to people, and I would absolutely open up to
because
T.
yesterday was
T's
T's
birthday. Happy belated birthday, T.
Happy birthday, T.
We love y'all.
Award-winning podcaster. She
Mhm.
also has a podcast. It is called T is called, what is it called?
Why did we just have a brain fart?
I've got
Fava.
Yeah, I've got Fava.
I don't know why in the world her and I both just brain farted on that. Wow.
I know. So tune into her podcast. You can also find her on Facebook. She's award-winning spoken word artist. I don't know what that is, but
It's something. She's got an award for
business
it. So.
owner. She's a business owner.
Yes.
She's a teacher. She's a mental health coach, which is what we talk about. Which is why we send people to her.
Yes, and Danny put their information in the comments.
Yeah, this is why we send people to her. This is why we suggest, hey, you got something going on. No, we're not professionals.
Got Fava. He went ahead and put it in the comments too, since her and I both sat here stuttering over it like we didn't know what it was, and we both knew what it was.
know it. But that's why we send people to her. It's because she's great. She's a spiritual counselor. So if you're in need in that direction, like she's there for you. That's why, again, like T's amazing. That's why we always send people, and Danny is too. We'll give you props to Danny.
Danny said poetry to music.
Poetry to music.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so
Danny is a genius when it comes to putting music together.
If you're looking for somebody to talk to or whatever, we always suggest T. Like she's great.
Yes, because
and I'm trying to get back over to my.
I went ahead and tagged her in Facebook, but T, like I think the first or second time we met her, I was like, she was so easy to talk to.
She's
and don't get me wrong, we pick on them. And
she's a very blunt woman. Like if you do not want,
we got yelled at by T.
Yeah, if you don't want to be told about yourself with your own issues, that you need to fix maybe yourself.
We were at their studio too, but Danny did let us in. So I'm just saying, T.
Oh yeah, because we did. We're at their studio too, and T was ready to
kill us.
Our asses.
But it's also like she'll say Danny's the Grinch now, and she's the one that likes the
Christmas.
Like she's the Christmassy person now. So we were like, we gotcha. And Tommy House put they are good people. Absolutely.
They are great people.
Well, and I think when I said it, I will never forget T's face. It was so funny because I was like, you're so easy to talk to. And she goes, me? Yeah. Because okay. I feel like she has a very big heart and she will guide you, but she's also not going to sugarcoat it. She's going to tell you what you need to hear.
Like that.
Yes,
I'd much rather you tell me, hey, I love you.
But you're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're overwhelming. You're stepping out of your boundaries here. Like, I would much rather. Will I agree with you? Probably not right off, because if I'm on my own mind and this is how I'm thinking, then I'm going to say, shut up.
And I'll get, like, if I hate growing up, people would say that I couldn't take criticism, that I would, like, get pissed off at people. And that wasn't what happened. What would happen is if you told me something that would upset me, I would back away from you for a little bit because I know my anger. And when I get upset, I get mad. I'm not one of the people that gets upset and cries. Yes.
You get mad.
Yes. So I back away from that person to give myself a chance to breathe. Because I think that's important. And that's something I had to learn about myself, because before I would ruin relationships, when I was younger, because I would just pop off. Like, screw you, you don't know what you're talking about. But now when somebody criticizes or critiques me or something, or says something about me, like you were like, you were loud. That's why I didn't like you at first. And then you got to know me and realized, like, that's not what I'm about. Like,
totally different person. And that's what you got to kind of, like with me, I have to, because I'm an overthinker. Again, like I will step back and I will overthink everything, like every period, comma, question mark that was in our conversation.
Yes.
I'm thinking about it. I will, and it drives my husband crazy, and he will say, "Good God, will you just stop it?" I cannot help it. That's something I cannot help to do. So if I start to overthink something, then I will eventually come back to you and say, is this how you meant that when we talked about it?
Yes. Well,
Or
and even when I was honestly kind of a bitch to you when I got upset, but I was not. That's just how I come off. Like I don't like my plans changed, and I came back at you and I was like, don't drive if you don't feel safe. I'm so sorry. That's not how. Like that's just me. I just don't like my plans changed. I'm not mad at you. And I hate when I come off like that because that's not what I mean. It's just that's one of those things that like in my brain I have to have my plans.
and see, I think this is another reason, and I don't even know that I've ever even told you. So here we go.
Uh-oh.
I think that's another reason that I was just like, hey, you know what? This chick is kind of cool because growing up, like I said, my if my mom feared it, we didn't do it, And but on the flip side of that, my dad was like, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Let's, you're good. Go on, whatever." And so as a kid, I didn't really. I don't want to say fear a lot, but I mean, I did. I tumbled, I jumped and climbed mountains and went into caves and explored and,
And now we do it again.
Yeah, just do whatever. As I got older, I had noticed that I had started letting fear take over like my mom did. And I noticed it actually when we went into the tunnels because we also, not only that, like that didn't bother me, but when we had gone out into the river and that dam was out.
And I was climbing on it?
Yeah, I knew. And I was like, oh, no, 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 I'm not doing that. Like, you've lost your mind. I'm not going. And she was like, it's okay. Like, just step where I'm stepping. And I mean, if we fall, we fall.
Yeah, I mean, that's
like,
how I grew up. You're only going to fall.
Crazy.
You're only going to fall so far. I mean, but that's how I grew up.
And that was the person that I was. But like I said, I mean, as I got older, because I don't like pain. Like you can pinch me. I'm a very dramatic person. And if you pinch me, I'm probably going to fall out on the floor in fits because I do not like pain at all.
I get pissed. If something hurts me, I get pissed.
Oh,
like
no,
feelings, physically, it don't matter. I get mad.
Fall out in the floor like I'm dying.
I'm the type of person, if I run into a wall and it hurt my arm, I'm going to turn around and fucking hit it. Like, oh, sorry.
No,
we try not to say the F word, but
I will fall down crying.
That's how I am. Oh, I was like 8 months pregnant with Aubrey, and I don't know what I was doing, but I was walking, and we had a trailer at the time. You know how narrow their hallways are. We had a washer and dryer and stuff, so it was pretty narrow, and I was as big as a bus. And I think I forgot about how wide I was, and I slammed into our wall. And I mean, I hit it so hard, I was bruised. And I was.
Did you beat up the wall?
Pissed. Yeah. I turned around and hit it. And then my husband at the time, like, he's like, what happened? Like, people are going to think I'm hurting you. And I was like, I ran into the wall, and of course, he just busted out laughing.
See, I was like, cried about it for days. Like, I would have got over it, of course, but I'm the baby of the family. I'm spoiled. Things aren't supposed to.
I'm the baby, but that wasn't how it was.
Hurt me or whatever. So, but it pushed me because when you said that, I was like, you know what? I was that person at one time. I did climb trees.
You want to explore? Let's go.
Yeah, like I went into caves. I talked my friends into doing that stuff. Yes, I'm climbing over this damn.
And she followed me. She climbed over that damn dam.
I climbed over that damn dam.
You, when we had to climb over it, we could not see the other side. It was probably 4 foot over our heads. So if we would have fell, you wouldn't have seen us.
Yeah,
we would have had to call somebody to come get us out. But we were literally like, Justin put, I love this podcast because I said fuck. Sorry. He knows me. I cuss like a sailor. It's a problem. Yeah, like I was just like, step where I'm stepping. Like, and I'm an explorer.
And that's literally what she said. She said, step where I'm stepping. And if I fall through, then you'll know
not to step there.
I was like, this bitch is crazy.
And you followed me. So you're just as crazy. But that's how, I have a problem with, I don't really have a fear of anything. The only thing that scares me is the dark. And I'm not scared of the actual dark. I'm scared of what's in it because I like to be able to see what's going on. And if the dark, oh my gosh, we had our lights go out in the garage that one day because of my lovely ghost. And I'm sitting there in the dark and my anxiety got so high. Like, I kid you not, I could not breathe. It felt like something was just on my chest. And that's the only thing really that can do that.
I won't say I'm not scared of anything because I am scared of a lot of things. I try not to let that fear take over.
And I drag her out of it.
I try not to, I try to get in the mindset of, no, I'm going to do this. I can push through this. And most of the time I do. Now there are some things that it's not happening, like spiders. No way.
Oh, I don't
I'm
do spiders.
not
I
dealing with a
had
spider.
spiders. She's
Spider.
rubbing off on me, I swear. I was stuck in the bathtub for a few hours before Justin came home one day because a spider was holding me hostage in my tub.
I used to take
Ugh.
cups and like the solo cups. My
Mhm.
dad, when he would come and visit me, would make fun of me because I would take the cups and I would set it over whatever creature was crawling on the floor.
See, I couldn't even
whether
get
it
that
was
close.
like a spider or
You're better than
the
me.
big basement cricket.
Oh yeah, those
I've
things
put
are
a
weird
couple
looking.
of cups over like wasps or bees or something. So when my dad would come and visit me, there would be like literal cups like,
Everywhere, so he could take care of the
Yeah,
insects.
and he'd be like, "What is going on here?" And I'm like, "There's a bug. It's gonna die eventually, and I'll sweep it up. It's fine."
Well, and I mean that is like I can't even get that close to a spider. Like I hollered for I think my son was like 4 or 5, 6 maybe at the time. I hollered for him one time to come kill a spider because he wasn't scared of them, but I was, and I knew it wasn't like a dangerous spider. I think it was like a wolf spider, so it was pretty big. But I was like, Braylon, like come kill this.
Now I'm like that with clowns. Like I cannot stand a clown. They scare me. And
See, I'm not scared of clowns. We got her with clown on Halloween. Thank you, Tool Man, for that one.
A friend who her husband's goal in life was to freaking scare me with a damn clown mask. I mean, these people terrorized me for months. Because when my dad got sick, I did give them a key to my house, so they could go in and take care of when you had a dog, and just take care of stuff around the house for me. And they did just that. They were great, but they also had this little plastic clown mask. And each time that I would come home from the hospital or with visiting my parents, that stupid mask would be
right there
somewhere else in my house. Like they would hide it. Like I would open my pantry door, and there would be that freaking clown mask. I would open my closet door, and there would be that freaking clown mask.
because now you're getting all of us back with that damn werewolf. I have never,
one spot.
But it's okay. So
move.
when you walk out of where our podcast is in Long Branch, there's a werewolf on the 3rd floor, right by the steps. So it's right directly to your left.
He's been standing there since
but
Halloween.
I kid you not,
he's been standing there.
If you forget he's there, the fear, like I've screamed before, and they're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "That fucking werewolf!" Like, oh, I hate that thing. It scares me. And that Chucky doll. Ugh.
But they would literally and then one time, and I will never forget this. They had brought my daughter home from a basketball game for me one night, or practice, some sort of something. Anyway, we always used at the house that we lived at the time. We never used our front door for anything. We always used the side door to come in and out of.
We always used our back door. That's weird.
So we were all standing because the side door led straight into the laundry room, which led straight into the kitchen. So we were all standing there talking in the kitchen, because they had also brought me ice cream. They were buttering me up just to be mean to me. And anyway, so my daughter goes through the house into her bedroom, whatever. I never even paid any attention. And then I hear this knocking. And I was like, we all just kind of stopped and looked at each other. And my friend Rachel was like, "Are you going to go see who's here?" And I was like, "No." I mean, clearly, if they're supposed to be here, they're going to know not to go to my front door.
Yeah.
They would come to the side door, the one that we always use. And she said, "Are you kidding me right now? Like somebody's knocking at your door." And so I just stood there for a minute because I could care less. Again, they were at the wrong door if they were trying to visit me, so they didn't need to be there in my mind. And she was like, "You know what? I'm going to go and answer your door." So she heads through the house. Well, I just go in behind her because it's my house and it's kind of rude to let somebody else answer my door, even though I didn't care. Her husband was standing right behind my wall with a clown, a full mask.
Did you punch him?
I screamed and ran like freaking Fred
So
Flintstone.
I know that if something bad happens, that you're going to be the one that dies first.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I will. Or I will throw you in front of me. I'm not above that. I'm not above that. I will totally throw you in front of it.
Amy put, "I'm dead. That would be me. No ghosts, but snakes and spiders." I had a pet snake. He stopped eating though when he passed away.
Abigail has a pet snake.
I love her pet snake. He's so sweet. Danny put, "I'm scared of my own reflection because it looks like me." Hush, Danny. That's not nice to yourself. Trish put, "She used to be that way over snakes." I was climbing in the roof above where we're at right now, and I'm like checking for like if it's leaking or something. And there was a snake shed, and it was like 5 foot long.
Yeah, it's the snake skin.
I always say snake shed, but it's a shed. They shed it, but so it's like 5 foot long. And of course, you know I love snakes. I do not like when I don't know where that snake is, because if it pops down and is like, "Hi," I'm gonna freak out and
I don't
probably fall
like any
through.
kind of jump scare. Any
No,
kind of
I hate jump scares.
snakes don't bother me.
We were at a haunted house, and
I will do haunted houses.
well, the one up in like Radcliffe, I think. I don't remember what it's called, but we were in a barn and it's real narrow. I had Brianna, Braylon, and Aubrey, because they all three wanted to go, and Justin was in the very back. I was at front, but Brianna wanted to be up front. So we were getting ready to go around a corner, and they only let like 9 people go at a time. So we had a few people with us we didn't know. When I went to go around a corner, so I'm like peeking around this corner, like looking. The scary person pops out and don't realize I'm like peeking, and probably didn't realize I'm 4 foot nothing, and like is right in my face. And I said, "Oh." And like I screamed it, and the person broke character and started rolling. Everybody behind us, and I'm like, "I'm so sorry." I'm the only one standing there with kids, and they're all like, they're rolling, because like he got me, like, or a woman. I don't know what it was. I didn't care. I just wanted to get the hell out of there at that point.
This scary person got
And
you.
Brianna laughed. Brianna was rolling. So, but like she wanted to go so bad, and she was so little. Like we hesitated on taking her, and she wanted to go so badly. So we were like, let's try. I mean, what's the worst?
This is one thing about me and I'm very open about it. I'm very like I don't care. A lot of people say, "Oh, well, that's stupid and that's selfish." No, it's just me, and I'm okay with that. If it scares me, if it looks like it's going to hurt me in any shape, form, or fashion, I'm not doing it. Count me out. Don't include me. Don't ask me. I'm not doing it.
I bet I can get you to do it.
Certain things, no, I'm not doing it. I was with someone that loved to go to the lake and loved to like water ski or even the tube. I think I've tubed one time, but I see that it like bounces you so high, and it would fling my son off. Scared me to death. I would always be terrified when he loved it. He freaking loved it. I would not do it. Like it. No, you're not breaking my back.
Trish said, "I'm tired of moving him. The wolf stays." No, I'll move him. Like
the wolf is gonna stay.
I kid you.
He's been in the same spot.
Well, I was
Halloween
when I was up there cleaning.
January.
I had Aubrey and Caleb with me. I was upstairs cleaning when I was sleeping and stuff, and cleaning all of it up where we were doing the veterans wall, and it was just a mess up there from New Year's. So I was up there cleaning and stuff, and Caleb did not know the wolf was there. My little 3-year-old. I've never laughed so hard in my life because he has a cute little scream, and like he runs back to his sister real quick, and we finally got a picture with him and the werewolf. But Aubrey had to hold him because he was so scared.
He was scared.
Yeah.
Tommy House says he just looks for opportunities to share positive word with someone every day that can show them the love of Jesus Christ, because Lord knows there's enough negativity in this world.
Amen.
Absolutely, Tommy. Absolutely.
And Tommy is another good one to go to, to talk to. We have him. I always love the blessing of the bikes when he preaches. Like, no, I don't attend church anymore, but that's a personal preference.
But if you did, he's one that you could listen to.
You wouldn't even know he's a preacher.
Yeah, some preachers aren't. You can't listen to him. Yeah. Tommy is most definitely. You can listen to him. He's relatable.
Very relatable. And I mean, he rides motorcycles, and he is very forthcoming with all of us. But he is somebody that is very easy to talk to.
And we plan on having Tommy on our podcast, on our regular podcast on Fridays, to talk about the blessings of the box,
which is in May.
And
May 18th.
Then we will.
Is it May 18th, Tommy? If you're still watching, I think it's May 18th is when it's going to be.
And then, like safety, like the safety with riding, and different
you get a cute
like
little
that.
sticker. They bless your bike. Which we have the stickers inside of our saddle bag, but I think it's important to go to the blessing of the bikes. Honestly, I think the year we wrecked, we didn't go.
If you're a rider, I think that's
and I mean, yes, it is a sermon, and then there's a short ride afterwards, which we never get to go to because it's always when we have our meetings. But I know the ride is beautiful. I hear a lot of people talk about it, and the sermon itself is I love the singing and the fellowship. And
I don't think I've ever been, that's probably something I need to do. I don't think me and Jimmy's ever been to a blessing of the bike. We've not. We've always.
Well, then y'all need to go. Y'all need to
And
go.
we always say,
He said, yes,
you know,
ma'am. Thank you for your kind words.
tell everybody when it is, but I can't remember us really ever being to. So we need to do that. We need to definitely do that. That needs to be
That light's flashing.
a
Battery's
thing.
probably going dead.
Probably. Well, one of
Y'all
them failed.
definitely
That's
need
only
to.
why we have these.
And Tommy brought up it's a free meal as well, and it's very good food. Because we definitely stay for the food. Because it's about all we have time for.
Mhm.
And then we have to rush to our meeting. But I know that.
See, I didn't even know they had food. Like,
Mhm.
I,
Oh yeah, they have really good food. But I backed away from church because of the things that Christians would do, and I was like, that's not who I am. When I'm genuine to somebody, I'm genuine. So I couldn't do the fakeness. I couldn't do the fake Christians.
But here is
But Tommy's
again, this
amazing.
goes back to putting people in categories. And I was thinking about this morning, which is a whole other thing.
And I'm very
in its
grateful you taught
own,
me that, by the way.
But I did follow this huge creator on TikTok, and she showed a whole different side of herself. So I unfollowed her or whatever. But it got me thinking about this. Just be a good person. Like you don't, I'm not saying nice. I'm not saying nice because I will be the first to tell you I'm not a nice person. But I'm a good person.
She's not lying.
I will totally admit that. I'm okay with that. But I'm a good person. And when I say that, I mean, you don't have to like one of the things that pops into my head every time I talk about this is because just like you just said with going to church and everything, there is a lot of bigotry out there. There is a lot of judgmental people out there. And that causes a lot of conflict, I think, within the church, within any church, and plus with people that you're trying to get to come to church. And this is a story that will stick to me.
And Tommy said so-called Christians.
Exactly, so-called Christians. But this is a story that will stick to me with me forever. Because as an adult, this is what I witnessed happen. My parents were very devout Christians. They followed, the Bible. They went to church every Sunday, Wednesday, anytime the church doors was open. My parents were there. My landlord at the time was a Jehovah's Witness. Now, if you ask me the difference or what a Jehovah's Witness, I don't really know other than the fact they're the ones that come knocking on your door.
I was going to say, they just knock on your door.
Yeah,
and
that's all
so
I know
irritating.
from them. But so apparently my landlord, because it was an older couple, they believe that is how you get into heaven, is you do the actual physical work of it. Like you go door to door. So they had already, I guess, met their quota. And I'm probably, some of this may be out of context as far as how
That's
they
just
actually
how you've seen
believe.
it.
Yeah. This is just how I perceived it. Anyway, so they did not have to go door to door anymore, but they still believed in the Jehovah's Witness ways. My dad came down there one day to my house because he kept a garden at my house. And my landlord would also come down and tend the garden sometimes too. They had an orchard up at their house, so we swapped. But my dad had brought his Bible down with him. And I was like, oh
gosh.
Yeah, this is probably not going to end well, But when my dad spoke, I kept my mouth shut because that's just what we did.
That's how you were.
Yeah. These two men, grown men, believing two total different ways, sat down with each other, had an amazing conversation. My dad showed him scriptures and things in the Bible. He showed my dad their scriptures and things out of
that he believed
their Bible. They had questions with each other that they talked about. They showed different answers, in the different books. And then by the time, they sat there and talked forever. They never argued. They did not get loud. I heard a couple of, okay, I see that. I see your point. I heard a couple of that.
I see why you believe that.
Yeah, those were thrown away. Neither one of them changed their mind on how they believed. And by the end of the conversation, they were down in the garden picking stuff up, out of the garden again.
And whatever happened to that? Like, I cannot, so, I'm strong in my beliefs, but I love to have a good conversation with somebody that thinks opposite of me because I like to see where you're coming from. And believe it or not,
If you don't belittle me.
exactly. If you're like, oh, you're this because you believe this or you're
Because I
that,
promise
don't do
you,
that.
there is not one person out there that is going to stop and say, if you come at me and say, you're a dumbass, stupid for believing that, and you're
I'm not going to
freaking
be open to anything you
idiot.
say.
Yeah,
I'm going to shut down at that
you
point.
did not teach
But
me anything.
that's the thing. I've had people, I've had amazing, I won't say debates, but discussions with people that believe differently than me, even politically. And I started to see why they felt the way they felt. And then I explained to them, this is how I feel. And it's completely opposite of how you're perceiving it.
Right.
Because, if you believe certain things, you're this horrible person either way. And I don't
And
believe
it
that.
shouldn't be that
No,
way.
I think you should be able to have, just because I have my own beliefs does not mean I hate you for your
and
beliefs.
Here's the thing, because, and this is why I do not have certain conversations with certain people, because here's how I look at it. I'm very passionate in some of the things that I believe and some of the things, that I support. And I know that there are people in my life that are just as passionate about the way that they believe and the way they support. And that's fine. That is completely fine, because I love that person. I don't love their beliefs. I don't love their whatever they're supporting. So I choose not to have conversations with them over certain things.
And
if they try to have a conversation or start it, then I just am like, what'd you have for dinner?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like Tommy just said it perfectly. His first comment was that's religious. I believe it's about relationship with Jesus Christ, which is totally true. And then he added, you can't have a discussion with if you're closed minded. Absolutely, exactly. And that's why I've tried to have discussions with people even online when I've seen things. And I think what has happened so badly, and it's just completely tore America apart, is the misrepresentation, the lying in the media, just the one-sided favoritism on certain beliefs, and just the lies. Like there is a big, huge lie going around about something to do with 25. I don't know what it's called, but it's not true, and it's been proven not to be true, and people are still spouting about it. And I'm like, I don't care what your beliefs are, and that's not even
that's anything. Why anymore online
you can't believe anything.
You can't
even
believe
news,
anything.
The news, media,
and
nothing.
I try so hard not to say that I don't, because if you pop in some comment somewhere, you're liable to see me. I do try my best to just stay away from those types, because I look at it this way. You're not going to change my mind. You may get me to see it a different way.
You might get me to see your way. Why you believe what you do.
I'm probably not going to change my mind. It's not going to change how I feel about it. I'm not going to change you. I'm not going to change your mind.
But you want people to understand why you feel the way you feel.
If it's something that you're that passionate about. But there are people out there that are that passionate and are just not good people. I'm sorry, but if you are belittling someone and name calling and trash talking, and you encourage the chaos and
you're the problem.
Yeah, that's your problem, not the solution.
Yeah, because and I'm so sick of people saying, you need to be accepting.
I'm not going to accept that. I don't care.
I was going to say, I'm a very accepting person. I can talk to anybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care your beliefs, your sexuality, your religion, your politics. I don't care. Your color, nothing. Nothing bothers me. The only time you will bother me is if you're a hateful person.
Yeah.
If you're a hateful person,
a good person.
Yes, if you are a hateful person,
you're not a good person.
I always say,
and there's a difference.
I'm not a bully, but I'm a bully's bully. If you come at me, I'm not going to take it. Right. Like I'm going to give it back.
Which comes into the same thing as I said. I'm a good person. I'm not a nice person.
Yeah, because I've seen something. Tommy House put drama. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and that's like when I try to straighten things out, and people say I'm drama, and I'm like,
you can't. But that's just
the problem.
Sometimes you can't do that.
I seen something though, and it was so perfect. It said, the person that lights the match never gets burnt, because the person that's trying to blow out the flame is the one that's noticed. So I'll have people say I'm drama because I'm trying to blow out the flame, But the real drama was the person that made the story up or told the lie or
But
did whatever
in
they
some
did.
cases, you cannot get people to understand. And sometimes some
I'm just
people.
waiting on you to pick up a rock and
I
launch
was,
it.
I was
If she
just
throws a
getting
rock,
ready.
I'll let y'all know.
Sometimes you cannot get people to understand that they are the issue, because I truly believe, for whatever reason, in their mind, they either don't care or they honestly do not see
Hmm.
that they're the problem. And those type of people, again, I put them in a category. And
Yep.
yes, I can talk to you. I can be nice to you. Whatever, we can conversate. It's shallow. That
Mhm.
it is. That's it.
Well,
That's where I
and
cut
Trish
it.
commented, and she's a bartender here at Long Branch Saloon, but she said, being a bartender, I will talk about almost anything except religion or politics. And that's
Exactly,
so
because
true.
you stay away from
That's
that
why,
stuff.
like, we'll kind of go into what we believe in stuff. We try to stay away from politics the best we can. But the reason we're talking about religion is honestly, the people that you go to, Tommy or T or any of them, they don't have to get religious with you to be there and be your
And
ear and give
listen,
you advice.
Yeah.
But they are the type of people that don't run and tell everybody what you said, or they're just genuinely good people. I think. I mean, I try to read
And they're
people.
trained for
Hmm.
these situations.
Yeah, and I
Which
mean,
is why we suggest going, because again, we're good ears, but we're probably not going to lead you in the best direction sometimes.
no, because if your boyfriend or husband cheats on you and you want to go light his house on fire, I'm game. Let's
Yeah.
go. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
the type. I'm that type. Because I mean, my husband can verify that. Like, I'm pretty feisty.
Yeah, so
you light the flame,
we
I'm
will
coming
listen
for you.
to you. We just may not give you the best advice. That's why we
Yeah.
say go talk to T, go talk to Tommy.
Yeah, because we're a little bit feisty.
We should probably get ready to close out the session. We've rambled
I know we
enough.
kept having people join in. That's why I've just been kept.
We appreciate you all joining in and talking to us. This was a very active,
Yes.
thoughtful Thursday.
And please, please, please like, share, follow. That is the only way Amber and I can grow, is with your all support. And
we will have our regular podcast tomorrow at 1:00.
We will have Brandon tomorrow.
Brandon Wayne.
What's his stage name?
That is his stage name.
Okay, Brandon Wayne.
Yeah, Brandon Wayne is.
And he's a new and upcoming artist out of New Haven.
He is. He won the Small Town Big Heart Idol contest. Recorded his
and Danny's phenomenal and recorded it
over at Highly Favored Studio right next door. So that release is coming out midnight on Friday, which he will be on our podcast at 1 p.m. on Friday. So make sure you go download.
Does it not come out this morning? In the morning?
It is 12:00 in the morning, Friday morning, midnight.
Okay, because you said tomorrow. Sorry.
Tomorrow is Friday.
No, I know, but you said tomorrow night.
Oh, no.
Tomorrow morning is when it comes out. Sorry.
Midnight, yes. Midnight on Friday, that morning.
Tommy put Pastor Parish Confidential, which is so true. I used to have a pastor when I grew up. He was phenomenal. Even when I stopped going to the church, I would still go to him.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I don't know.
They're good outlets. They're very good outlets.
But, which is Ray on here, it's awesome to have the Lord in your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if that's what you believe, absolutely.
I know there's a lot of things that, for me, I can speak on. I could not have made it through or gone as far as I have without God, without breaking down in prayer. Now, I'm also, that's the religious part of me. I also have a spiritual part of me.
I just have all kinds of parts.
And that's okay too. I mean, whatever. Hell, I mean, I've made friends with people that are atheists. We just agree not to
we just agree to disagree and move on.
Just don't talk about it. That's fine too.
Yeah, because that's kind of how we are. Agree to disagree. And if you want to have a discussion, we love having discussions. You wanted to
argue, we'll
freaking I was going to say, if you want to argue, you don't want to argue with us, because you go low, we go straight to hell.
Yeah. Petty too.
Yeah, that's what I seen that on Facebook, and I was like, that is such a perfect meme for me, because if you come at me, I'm taking it straight to hell.
Yeah,
you went low.
This is why this is exactly
This is why we say go to T or Tommy or somebody like that.
Don't come to us.
Because that's how we are. And we know we need help. We're crazy. We know that. We just.
But anyway, back to tomorrow's podcast.
We have Brandon on tomorrow at 1.
Yes, Brandon's coming on tomorrow at 1. We will be talking about his new.
Justin said they're really good at that.
His new single release, Girl Dad. That's the name of his release.
And I'm
So
gonna go ahead and
make sure you
I'm
go
gonna go ahead and
to-
tag him as well in our comments.
okay, make sure you go to his Spotify. I'm not exactly sure where all it is. I know Spotify is one of them.
I'm sure it's probably kind of where the same as us. It's probably iHeartRadio and things like that.
Danny can probably
Yeah,
help
Danny,
if
can you
you're still
please
on
put
here,
if you're still watching, can you
where
please
you can
add
go
in the comments?
download his new
And we have heard
single.
a clip of it.
It's
We
very good.
and it was really, really good.
And his single release party will be here tomorrow night here at Long Branch Saloon. So if you're out and about looking for something to do, come and support a local
and
hometown
his
boy.
daughter sings in the
His
song.
yes, his daughter's going to be
So-
opening up for him and going to be singing.
Did I tell you
Another
Justin said we're really
amazing-
good at that?
Another amazing boy, Jordan,
Yeah.
is also going to be opening up. So we will have a lot going on. So make sure that you tune in to us tomorrow and then come hang out with
And
us
this-
tomorrow night.
And this was all Danny too. Danny is the one that, gave the studio time and his time to
The winner.
bring
which
them
was
in.
Brandon.
And Brandon, we met him the other day. Very, very polite. He was really nice. So we're excited to have him on tomorrow. We're excited to see where he goes because, we've had Dustin on here, Dustin Collins, and we
this is just
loved
another
interviewing him. So
small
this is another
town-
small town country music singer that wants to make it big, and I think that he has the talent to get
I
himself
think
there.
he will actually
Um,
make it there.
So, and then Brandon just said, see you guys tomorrow.
Yes.
So tomorrow at 1:00, we might come on a little bit earlier to give people time to tune in because we kind of done that today and it worked out pretty well for us.
Well, today is just a live. Tomorrow we actually stream on all of
Yeah.
our listening devices
Today
and
is
everything.
just today we only do
It's a
Facebook
broadcast.
and YouTube.
Yeah, today's a broadcast.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is our actual podcast. We will
Yes.
broadcast it, but we actually
And
do our podcast.
You all let us know. Do you all enjoy Thoughtful Thursdays? Do you all enjoy kind of getting like the information for people that help you or listening to her and
Interaction
I
with us.
bullshit the whole time?
Yeah, and getting
because
stories
That's
out
what
there.
we want to do. We want
knowing that
we
there
wanna
are
help people.
there.
Because as much as we know a lot of people are going through a lot right now, and we just want to kind of be that ear. And if we can't, we want to give you the ear to
Spread
listen.
the positivity.
Smile.
Because,
They always say, "Oh, one smile can make 10 smiles."
yeah, it's
Um,
contagious.
Yes.
It's contagious.
Well, go to the grocery and literally,
if you are nice to somebody and you smile at somebody, they're more than likely going to be nice and smile
Mhm.
back.
Well,
But if you go and you're mean or you're hateful,
Mhm.
then more than likely you're going to get that.
well, and
return.
you always have to tell me RBF, RBF, RBF,
Mhm.
and I've been working on that because I do get it. I have RBF. But like when I go like to Kroger, Walmart, wherever shopping, I always smile. I always interact with anybody. If you're in the aisleway with me, I'm probably going to say hi. How's your day going? Just because that's who I am.
Sometimes, yeah, and sometimes it depends on my mood if I do that or not. If I'm hyper focused and then I'm straight in there, straight out, don't look at me, don't talk to me. I'm not there. You don't see me. I just
Yeah,
want my
sometimes
chips
when
and
I'm
wanna
running
go
in,
home.
yeah, sometimes when I'm running in, but like even if I go like to the 5-star or anything, I will speak to all of them. I, make them feel heard. Because I had one the other day that just kind of talked, and I was kind of in a hurry, but I wasn't. So I listened because I think he needed to.
That makes a
like,
difference for some
And
people.
I'm the type of person, like, I don't care who you are, where we're at, if you're supposed to be the professional in that situation, if you need an ear, it stops with me. I always
Yeah.
tell you that. I'm like, I don't tell you anything unless you need to hear it, as far as if somebody's like, please don't tell somebody, because that's just who I am. And, and I tell her everything. But if you say, don't tell me or don't tell somebody, I don't say anything because that's just who I am as a person. But on the flip side, smile.
Mhm.
Even if
Smile
you
makes a
don't feel like
difference.
smiling, smile.
Put you in a better mood.
Oh, they say it, call it endorphins. But
Well,
Fake
they
it-
say working out does that too. but,
fake it till you make
as
it.
soon as they-
fake it till you make it.
Anyway, guys, tune in to us tomorrow. Do you want to go ahead and?
Yeah, Justin said, awesome job, ladies. Very interactive, smiles, laughs, and positive distraction from the negatives. Amy put yes, as far as like continuing, I'm assuming. And then Tommy House just said, just be kind to one another.
Thanks,
Absolutely,
guys.
yes.
We appreciate the feedback.
I have to jump off
Um,
here.
So again, tune in to us tomorrow. That's our regular podcast
With Brandon.
segment with Brandon Wayne, upcoming.
You do
music
not want to miss
artist.
it.
And we will
See you all
see you all
tomorrow.
tomorrow. I'm looking over at her because I know it takes her a minute to get me off here.
Sorry. Give me a second.
I'm still here. It's okay.